Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work by John M. Gottman and Nan Silver. John M. Gottman is a relationships expert who has compiled a list of the fundamental problems that every marriage faces and their solutions. His 7 fundamental principles explain how one couple eliminated marriage stress by waking up 10 minutes earlier every day, how to talk to your mother-in-law, and why boring conversations are the secret to successful marriages. The most important idea is that couples have a richly detailed love map, which contains their own and their partner's aspirations and life philosophies. Without a love map, partners can't fully know their partner, and without really knowing their partner, how can they truly love them? Take the example of Rory, a pediatrician who ran an intensive care unit for babies, and his love map left a lot to be desired. Having a baby can radically alter a woman's life purpose or direction, and thus change her love map. Ken and Maggie were aware of each other's beliefs, hopes, and fears, but when Maggie gave birth to her daughter, she put her career aside to stay home and look after the baby. Ken realized that his love map had changed to fit her new priority, and he had to realign his own love map accordingly. To assess if a couple still have a fondness and admiration system, it is important to assess their feelings when they think of the past and how they see their history. 96% of couples who see their marriage history in a positive light are likely to enjoy a happy future. To fix the rut he'd fallen into, Ken overhauled his work schedule, trained someone to assist him at the hospital, and he now is home for dinner every night. The most important details in this book are that couples should turn toward one another during brief and seemingly trivial chit-chats to reinforce their marriage and maintain romance. They should also avoid taking their everyday interactions for granted and practice gratitude for the attention their partner gives them. Finally, they should let each other influence their decisions by taking each other's opinions and feelings into account. These 4 principles can help couples improve stability and romance, as they can signal that their spouse is valued during the monotony of daily life. A key point in this book is that most long-term, stable marriages are those in which the husband treats his wife with respect, and that marriages in which husbands allow their wives to influence them are happier and less likely to end in divorce. Additionally, there are 2 kinds of marital conflicts: solvable and perpetual problems. Solvable problems in a marriage are minor problems that can result in excessive tension and pain, and just because the problem is solvable doesn't mean it actually gets resolved. To monitor yourself, take notice of gestures, facial expressions, and vocal pitch, and don't scream at your wife when she's already in tears. Most marital problems are perpetual, meaning they keep occurring over and over again. 69% of couples have a conflict that they have been rowing about for many years. To cope with this, couples must recognize the problem and talk about it in order to deal with it. Even if the issue seems unsolvable, they should keep working at it and try to target what is actually feeding the conflict. For example, Laura thought Mike was a slob and she had endless housework to do because he never pulled his weight, leaving rooms in complete disarray. By having a dialogue, Laura realized he would have helped or done it himself if he had been aware. Experiencing gridlock is a sign that you have hopes for your marriage that aren't respected by your partner. John and Amy, for example, quarrel about where to eat on Sunday evenings. To settle their dispute, they need to respect each other's wishes and take turns. Marriage has a spiritual aspect to it, and for that to develop, you must build a sense of shared meaning. Sometimes young couples want to have a relaxed relationship, but they run the risk of not knowing enough about one another's values and aspirations. To have a stable marriage, communication and agreement are essential. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in a marriage are criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Criticism is when complaints turn into criticism, while contempt is snarling or mocking behavior designed to undermine your partner and make them feel small and useless. Defensiveness is when you respond by getting defensive and arguing that your behavior isn't as bad as they say it is. Stonewalling is when you stonewall and refuse to talk to the other person. All of these indicators can indicate that a marriage is heading for the rocks. It is important for couples to agree on their roles and enjoy happy and long-lasting marriages. The 2 most frequent conflicts that marriages face are in-laws and a new baby. In-laws can be difficult to share their child with, and the son or daughter should emphasize to their parents that they have their own family now and it's their new priority. To handle this, the son should put the dish in the refrigerator and go to the restaurant as planned, showing his mom that Janie is his priority now and that her mother must adjust to it. A long-lasting marriage is possible, but it depends on whether the husband experiences the transition to parenthood with his wife or not. To avoid this, mothers must remember that the baby is the father's child and that it will benefit from multiple parenting styles. Test your love map with true, false statements and respect your stress response. Take a break for a few minutes until your body has calmed down before attempting to resolve a conflict with your partner.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.